What's going on? It's Guns Gear and Guido. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I really appreciate the views. Everyone else, thank you so much. I appreciate all the support. And let's get into it right away. This is going to be my top 5 of 2025, meaning not the top 5 guns that have been released in 2025, but the top 5 guns that I personally have purchased. Obviously, tough choices when you're trying to decide which gun is worthy of that top 5 that you've bought within that year. But I think I've narrowed it down, and honestly, it's surprising because they are all pistols. So, even though I have bought some rifles, none of them made it to that top 5 list. And I also have one honorable mention because I think it's cool enough that it needs to be at least talked about. So let's get right into it. Number 1, we're going to go with, this is in no particular order. This is just my top 5. Some of them for different reasons. So all these guns are clear and safe when I'm talking. There's no one behind the camera, so don't worry about it when I'm pointing at you. This is the Glock 47 Koa. This is definitely, I've had so many Glocks, but this is definitely my favorite one I've had so far. Now, I know they just released the Gen 6, but I have not had an opportunity to get my hands on one yet. But the Koa does it for me because, number one, it's a full-size 17 length slide and frame, so you're getting a full-size gun, but it has the 19 recoil spring in it, which allows you to switch out the slide or the frame. So you can, honestly, if you have a 19 and a 47, you've got 4 different guns. So that's pretty sweet. The Koa is that optic from Aimpoint, and it's an A-cut. It is exclusive to Glock, at least for, I believe, 1 year before they will release it to any other manufacturer. So that kind of made the craze for law enforcement. They really wanted that factory Aimpoint because of Aimpoint's reliability and durability. That being said, it drove up the prices for the civilian guns because Glock was trying to fulfill the law enforcement contracts before any civilian contract. So if you look on certain websites that I won't mention, the prices are crazy, triple, double what it should be. But that is supply and demand at its finest. For me, I just love how accurate this is. This is probably one of the best red dots I've ever used. And it just feels really good in hand. And you'll notice that on this gun, I also have a Surefire X300. This is the A model, so I also have that QVO tactical thumb clip, which is really nice. It doesn't affect my holster fitment, but it gives me that nice little ledge for that support thumb. You know, I really like having some kind of ledge or wing for the support thumb. So that's the Glock 47, 9mm. 4.49 inch barrel, full size 17 frame, so you either get it with 10 round mags or 17 round magazines in the box. That's number 1. Let's move on. If you see me looking down, I do have some notes just to make sure I don't miss anything. Next one I bought pretty recently, actually. This is the P365X Macro with the integrated comp from Sauer. This is also 9mm. This one came with the Romeo X red dot on it already. You can buy them separate or you can buy it with it. Let's see. 3.1 inch barrel because of the slide compensator. You see when you rack it back that barrel is shorter than the recoil spring because when it goes forward, the barrel stops about here, and then you've got the integrated barrel comp ports. They call it an expansion chamber, but it does help redirect some gas upwards to keep the muzzle down, which is really nice, especially in the smaller guns because they can be a little snappier than a full-size gun, even though it's only 9mm. The nice thing about the X Macro is you can get it. Obviously, this frame is nice and small. It's thin. It's great to carry. I bought it, number 1, to carry, but I also bought it to train with my wife because I think this is the perfect size gun for her hands. And it's manageable because it's small enough, but it's not too small where they're uncomfortable to shoot. Some of the real micro carries or subcompacts can actually be more uncomfortable to shoot than a larger gun. But this, I think, kind of hits the point right where you want it. Also, you can get it with either 10 or 17 round mags. And Sig Sauer also makes, I believe, 21 round mags for it, which is crazy in a gun this size to get 21 capacity. Now those will stick out a little bit, but still, that's really nice. If you're allowed to have that kind of capacity, it's great. Only thing I did to this one is I put that TLR7 sub weapon light on there and the Antimatter Industries wing. I love that carry wing. You'll see that theme a lot in my guns because it's just something that I really like, and I think it's an awesome invention for the gun world. So that's number 2, 365 X Macro compensated from Sig Sauer. Alright, next one is going to be the oldest gun on the top 5. This is a gun I scored off of a website that I can't mention, but you guys can figure it out. It's an auction website. This is a Smith & Wesson 3913 TSW. And the TSW, if you can see it kind of etched in the slide very lightly, it's for a tactical Smith & Wesson. And this was kind of like, you know, groundbreaking back then. It had a Picatinny rail that you can see is, you know, welded on there with these little rivets. And they made the frame just a little nicer because they used to be just smooth in the front. Now the 3913 is really cool because it is a small gun. It's a double single, so it's got a decocking lever right there, double single. It's ambidextrous. 3-dot white sights. Slim frame, so it is single stack. 8-round magazines. And also another thing with the older Smiths that can be quirky, but they had a plan back then for law enforcement, is that it's got a magazine disconnect. So unless this magazine is inserted in the gun, the hammer will not drop. So for law enforcement purposes back then, they wanted it to be, you know, if you got into a scuffle with someone and you dropped your mag, at least it renders your gun useless. It cannot be used against you. God forbid they got a hold of it. So you'll see the trigger does not work because the magazine is out. Once you put the magazine in, yes, it's clear and safe. I'll show you how nice this trigger is. Now, this is the reset right there, how short that is, and the pull. Reset, pull. Super smooth, and it's double action if you wanted to go from hammer down with that decocker. So that's really a nice option. They definitely, you know, knew what they were doing. These guns, this series, like the Gen 3 Smiths, are just built like tanks. They're awesome guns, reliable, and very overbuilt. So I'm happy with it. It was an awesome purchase. Whoever had it before me kept it super clean because, you know, it is an older gun and it does not look like it was fired much. That one's got a 3.5-inch barrel, 8-round magazines, and the 3-dot sights, as I mentioned. So nice little setup for back then. That was, you know, cutting edge technology. All right, number 4. Let me get into number 4. This is still a pistol, so all 5 are pistols. Obviously a little larger frame pistol, but number 4 for me is the Maxim Defense PDX pistol. So this is a 5.5-inch barreled 300 blackout. Obviously very small, but one hell of a bullet. It's got the PDW multi-point brace on there, so you can adjust it to however much length of pull you want it. Really nice, it gives you a full-size setup. Now this one is in the flat dark earth, so you get multiple colors of flat dark earth on there. Hopefully that's coming across on the camera. The rail's a little darker. Really nice setup. I believe, yep, ambi selector on this. Ambi selector, Radian Raptor charging handle factory. So Radian's great products. Comes with that forward hand stop so you can keep your digits attached with this short little muzzle. This one in 300 blackout, you know, obviously in some states you can suppress it and get the true value of 300 blackout. But I really just wanted to have one to shoot. So even though I can't have a suppressor in this state, I still shoot supers through it and it's a lot of fun. So it's a cool little gun. You know, it's a great range toy. Great little PDW. You can put this in a backpack and, you know, obviously it's heavier than a regular pistol, but man, the firepower you're getting, the upgraded power for that round is awesome. Other than that, we've got ambi controls, so ambi mag release, but not ambi bolt drop. And the only thing that I've put on it is this Moonlight Industries sling, because I like their slings. They're nice and lightweight. EOTech EXPS with the night vision capability. Magnifier, you can get that out of the way if you don't want it, but it's a 3x magnifier. And this is a Inforce WML, so this is the high power weapon light. Really nice and bright. Awesome little gun, fun to shoot, just a blast, literally. And another thing is with that muzzle brake, some people might look at it. That is their proprietary hate brake. That's what they call it. It actually gives you more dwell time for that round because it's such a short barrel and makes it more reliable. So even though it's a super short barrel, it's direct impingement. Man, is it reliable. It eats everything. Subsonics and supers. Great little gun. And I believe that that one is also available in 3 different barrel lengths and 5.56 or 7.62 by 39. So you get your choice of barrel length and you get your choice of caliber. All right, rounding out the top 5. This one is solely on the list because it is one of the most accurate guns I've ever shot. This is the Sig Sauer P226 X5 STAS. And the STAS just stands for Stainless Adjustable Sights. That's right off their website. This is a 5-inch barrel, 9mm. This is a nice stainless steel gun. This is a heavy gun, but man, it does not disappoint in the accuracy. So the sights on it, obviously it's red dot capable, but the sights on it are Dawson precision style sights, adjustable rear, fiber optic front, super accurate. I will not even put a red dot on this. No matter where you put those sights, the thing just hits. From where I've shot it at 10 to 25 yards, I have not missed with it. It's that good. So the feature set on this is a little lengthy. Feature set's great though. Obviously full stainless steel. You got your weight, it's heavy. Full pick rail right here on the dust cover. The takedown lever is an integrated gas pedal, so it's rest your thumb right there. Super nice for a righty. Obviously lefties, it's a tough world to live in, but maybe one day they'll come out with a lefty side and you can swap it out. Ambidextrous safety, so you are getting lefty-friendly safety on this one. You can manipulate the gun with the safety up, which is really nice. A little different than a 1911, even though it is single action only. When we get to that, now the trigger. That single action trigger is super crisp. Reset, fire. Reset, fire. The trigger on this is adjustable for length of pull, pull weight, and over travel. I have not touched it out of the box. I'm leaving it alone. It seems to be working great for me, so why mess with it? Other than that, it is a curved trigger. I think you can get it with a flat face trigger, or you can swap it out because that trigger shoe does come right off. It's a hammer-fired gun. Again, ambi safety right here. Beaver tail is super nice, smooth. G10 grips on the STAS with the integrated magwell. G10 grips, I like them better. I like a grippy gun. The Classic Series 226 X5 comes with the rosewood cocobolo style wood grips. Looks beautiful, but super slick, slippery, does not grip. So the other thing you get with this is the magazines with that nice base plate etched X5 logo. They come 10 rounds, or I believe they're 20s in the high cap guns. So you get 3 of those with it. And again, I said optic ready if you wanted to put a dot on it. Me personally, I will not, but there's so many guns that I have dots on. I do like running an iron sight gun once in a while, and especially this one because it's that accurate. So other than that, 5-inch bull barrel, and it is, obviously it's got that target crown in the back, gas pedal, 3 magazines. You're getting a really nice setup for this gun. You can go out, throw this in a holster, run competition right out of the box. It's that good. So that is why it's my number 1 pick, or number 5 pick, whatever you want to call it. but it's definitely the most accurate pistol that I bought in 2025. So, that being said, I have to say there's an honorable mention, and it's only on the cool factor. I love the gun, but it's not like, the most practical. But this gun, when I bought it strictly on like just how it looks. It's beautiful. For me, that's the Sig Sauer MCX Rattler in the Miami Tiger Stripe. Now, if you watch my channels, you know I'm obsessed with Miami Vice. So when they came out with this, I had to have it. Not only is it a great gun, it's a Rattler LT. It's the new one. It comes with the Romeo AT, a phenomenal red dot optic. But it's in Miami Tiger Stripe. Cerakote is done for Sig by Blown Deadline, one of the best Cerakote artists there is. He does a phenomenal job. This one is the first gun in what is called the Sig Shorts program. So Sig Shorts is kind of like a custom shop program they're doing with low production numbers, and it comes with some extra bells and whistles. So this one came with obviously the Cerakote, the red dot, 3 magazines, and it came in a metal briefcase. So it looks the part of the 80s, and it's really good. I have actually shot the gun. It shoots really well. It's 300 blackout. Another shorty that I can't have a suppressor on, but man, is it fun to shoot. This one comes with the folding brace, right from Sig, and ambi controls. You get ambi bolt release, ambi bolt lock on the other side, ambi magazine on both sides. And the only thing I've done to it is the sling from Moon Knight Industries again, and this little hand stop, which is a rail scales carve. And that's really nice because it gives you that awesome front grip and keeps your hand where it's supposed to be. Nice thing about this is that ambi bolt drop. I really like when companies are doing that, so you can drop that bolt without even coming off fire control. Super smooth, effective, and it's Sig. So, say what you want about certain Sig products. The Rattlers, the 226s, the 365 macro that's on this list. I am so happy with these guns. As we close out the year, I think that it's an awesome little collection, and I can't wait to go for 2026, see what that brings us. Definitely going to be a 308 in my future, so that'll be really exciting to test and fire and show you guys some footage on. Thank you again. Happy New Year. 2026 is in 2 days, so let's get this channel going. I really appreciate all the likes, the views. Check me out on Instagram, Guns, Gear, and Guido, all one word. Thank you so much, and stay safe. Train every day.